Helldivers, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Thumper, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Warrant. This is by far one of the craziest sidearms in the game, and I have not seen many people talking about the sidearm since the changes it received in the latest patch. But trust me, by the time you're done with today's video, you're going to seriously be like, what the frick? This is the most insane pistol ever. So, first of all, let's talk about where you can find the Warrant. And that is in the Superstore. I think it's like 300 super credits. I'm not exactly sure the price, but it is in the Superstore and it's available right now. It usually goes in and out of the Superstore once every 2 weeks or so, but there's 15 hours left at the time of recording. Probably will be gone by the time this video is up, but even if you miss it, it'll be back. Just keep looking at the Superstore and the page refreshes. Now, you might be wondering what makes the Warrant so OP. Well, in the latest update of the game, Arrowhead changed two key mechanics of this weapon. First of all, Arrowhead made it so that the Warrant now has 0 drag from what was 0.3. What that means is that the weapon does not lose damage over distance. It does not matter how far away the enemy is. It does not matter what enemy it is. You will not lose any damage over distance. That alone is pretty dang nice and incredibly crazy for the Warrant. But even more importantly about this weapon, also we're going to do the directional shield. I need to choose one more stratagem. Let's do a laser cannon so we can take out the harvesters. Okay, all right, back to what I was saying. So the Warrant got a drag multiplier of 0, so you don't lose any damage over distance. But more importantly, the gravity multiplier was changed. It is now a gravity multiplier of 1. And the easiest way to explain what this gravity multiplier does is it changes how the bullet is able to maneuver in the air. Think of it like the worse the gravity multiplier, the slower the bullet is to maneuver. The better the gravity multiplier, the faster the bullet is able to maneuver. So what this change has done is it's made it so that the Warrant is able to now insta-lock onto any enemy and basically beam the exact same weak point, never missing over and over and over. And that is overpowered as hell. So I'm going to show you some clips here of the Warrant doing its magic, and you're going to start to realize just how insane this thing is, especially on the Illuminate front. So in the beginning of this clip here, I'm obviously just going to kill some voteless and move up here. And you're going to see that there is a flying overseer. I like to call them jetpack guys, but there's a flying overseer that's going to be in front of us, and it's the first target that I lock onto. So all I'm going to do is spam the fire button, and you're going to watch this guy just disintegrate in front of me. Ready? And he's dead. That's all it takes. And you'll notice there's another flying overseer. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to spam dead. That's all it takes to kill the flying overseers. And it works that way on any overseer, by the way. But obviously the guys on the ground, I usually like to pull out my primary, especially because the pummeler does stun. So it's really nice to be able to use the pummeler and just kind of shoot these guys, stun them, stop them from shooting me, and then take them out of the game just like that. But the fact that I can use the Warrant, and I can, here you go, another jetpack overseer, and dead. Like, jetpack overseers are really annoying, because they'll fly around you, and there will be groups of, like, 5 or 6 of them sometimes that are all hovering over you. And it's really annoying to have to try and shot place every single one when there's so many, and they're all beaming you 8,000 shots. But the thing about the Warrant is, first of all, I can use the directional shield, which you can see I'm using here, which stops all the fire from the overseers. That alone is really nice. But then it also will allow me to pull out the Warrant and just blast the overseers. And you're going to watch that. Again, look, we got another flying overseer here. Look at how quick the Warrant kills them. As I said, it always hits the same plate. It goes center mass and hits the exact same plate every time. So because of the recent nerf to the overseers, which lowered their overall health, and not only that, but the fact that this Warrant always hits the same plate, it really is just insanely OP. We can see another example here as I'm getting the flag raised. I'm going to try and take out this overseer on the ground really quickly. And while I'm doing that, there's going to be a watcher and another flying overseer that pops out of nowhere. So I'm going to kill this first overseer, pull out my secondary, immediately kill that, and take out the watcher, all with 1 mag. And there we go. Now we got another flying overseer, so I'm going to very quickly, I forgot to reload my mag, so let's do that. There you go. Reload my mag and jump around, kill him. It's just so insane that you can do that, and you don't even have to break a sweat. It's so good at taking out the watchers as well, because it auto aims on the watchers and it hits no matter what. So it doesn't matter where the watcher is. The moment you get a lock on, you just fire 4 shots and the thing's gone. It's so nice. It really does make Illuminate missions turn from sometimes annoying into incredibly easy. So right after raising the flag, there's an Illuminate encampment that I want to take out. So we're going to throw a thermite on that ship over there. It'll take that one out. Throw a thermite on this ship, and it bounces off. Okay, game. Throw another thermite on the ship, and it bounces off again. But now you're about to watch some nasty things happen. We have one flying overseer in front of me, right? Well, if we look behind me really quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 5 flying overseers. This is very common when you're playing Illuminate missions to run into this many overseers. Well, just like that, we took out the first flying overseer. And there goes the second flying overseer. Okay, so there's 3 left. There you go. Now there's 2 left. Oh, and we took that one out as well. So now there's 1 flying overseer left. In a matter of around 15 seconds, we took out 4 flying overseers. And we can see the last one. He's already in the air. Oh, there's another 2. Okay, so let's shoot this one really quickly. There you go. That one's taken out. Unfortunately, I must have dropped my directional shield at some point. But, like, I think you can already see why this weapon is so good. We don't have any flying overseers on us anymore. They're all dead. Every single one is taken out. I think the cluster bomb cleared the last one. So I literally killed 5 flying overseers with my secondary in about 15 seconds. Normally, that would have been an absolute pain. I would have had to try and shoot each one individually with my pummeler, stagger them, then hit the same weak point over and over and over. That's not to mention if I was using a weapon like a shotgun, which is very popular, right? People love using the Breaker Incendiary or the Cookout. You know, imagine trying to use a shotgun and take out multiple flying overseers at once. It won't happen. The ability for this secondary to do what you just saw is truly insane, and it elevates this to, in my opinion, the best sidearm for Illuminates, hands down. You don't need the ultimatum because obviously the only enemy that's armored is the Harvester, and even that's only medium pen. It is crazy how good the warrant is. And it's not just fighting the Illuminate that this secondary is really, really good at. It's also incredibly good on the Terminid front, specifically because of these flying Cretans, Shriekers. As many of you are aware, Shriekers are one of the most annoying enemies to deal with in the game. When you have 8,000 Terminids on the ground that are trying to rush you and jump you, it's not the easiest thing ever to pull out your primary and then kill a bunch of Shriekers in the sky. Especially when you're dealing with a bug breach and there's a Shrieker nest in the distance that's just constantly pumping out 8 billion Shrieker spawn on you. It sucks. Everybody's been in a situation like that at some point. And it would be so nice to be able to have a secondary that just, pull it out and you kill 8 billion Shriekers all in 1 second. Well, this clip here that you're seeing is me literally killing every Shrieker in about half a second when they spawn on me. Pull out my secondary, boom, boom, 2 Shriekers, insta-killed. See, the warrant does not miss. As I mentioned, it does not miss. So you can literally pull out your secondary and insta-kill any Shrieker that spawns on you with it immediately. Look at this. It doesn't matter where I aim. Like, I'm running the Slugger, for example. This was my video on the Slugger I recorded. And there's no way I'm going to use a slug-firing shotgun to reliably hit like 10 Shriekers that are constantly flying over me because of this mission. It's just not going to happen. So I'm running a secondary where I can just very quickly pull it out, and then boom, Shrieker dead, boom, Shrieker dead. That's all it takes. The fact that you can dismantle a Shrieker nest in just a few seconds pulling out this secondary, look at this, boom, Shrieker dead, boom, Shrieker dead. Any Shrieker that spawns on you, you insta-home on, and they just fall out of the sky. It's actually so fun to use this as a support weapon throughout the missions that you're playing. And as I said, the fact that it doesn't have any damage drop over distance as well is so nice. So I'm going to use my Slugger to kill a bunch of these enemies on me. We're going to grab this resupply really quickly. And then, oh, look, we got more Shriekers on me. Oh, that one's dead. Oh, that one's dead. Oh, we got more. Oh, that one's dead. Oh, that one's dead. Like, it's insane. I consider the warrant to be the best change in the latest patch of Helldivers 2. You see all these people that are focusing on the negatives and how apparently the game's gotten worse in the latest update, when I'm over here having a blast with what I consider to be now the most fun sidearm. And I feel like a lot of content creators, I don't think any content creators talked about this change and just how incredibly dumb the warrant is, because they've been too much focusing on the hive guards changing or something like that. But we got to have some good content here. We got to be talking about the changes that have happened in this game. And by the way, the guidance will also always headshot smaller enemies because it always goes for weak points, as you can see. So because of that, if you have a bunch of hunters on you, the warrant is an incredibly easy way to one-tap kill every single spawn variation of hunters. Just one tap, they're dead. So you can rack up literally like 15, 20 kills super quickly with the warrant. But I mean, you can see it. It doesn't miss. It's so incredibly fun to use. So if you don't have this weapon already, I would definitely recommend to keep an eye on the Superstore. It's probably, as I mentioned, going to be gone by the time this video is posted, but the Superstore always changes, and it will be back very soon. So take advantage of it when it's back. If you already have it, pull it out, try it. It's so fun. By far my favorite favorite sidearm in the game now. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did learn something new, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make, and yeah, apart from that, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.